Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? Pretty good here. So we are doing Bill question and answer number 22. 22, we're gonna make it to 29, I think. We're gonna do it. So let me load up the questions from the email. And the email, if you want to send me a question, is in the description and stuff in the bottom there. Okay, so we are working back from April 20th was the first one from Nicholas. It says, he never actually sent a message. This is actually all in the subject part. Can you please play some World of Tanks? Thanks for all the videos and keep up the great work and stay safe. I haven't loaded up tanks for a while. Actually, it's been a wee while, so I'll probably have to do some updating, but yeah, we could probably do some World of Tanks. You're a World of Tanks guy area. I haven't done any for quite a while myself. I'll be pretty rusty probably. So, but yeah, we'll keep that in mind. We'll do that for sure. All right, thank you for the question. The next one here is from Rich from April 20th. The next 1, 2, 3, 4 from April 20th. And it says, Bill, have you ever had to dig up a body? I dug up mine once, honestly. I did. I got in the bottom of a hole and the side caved in on me and filled me up to about my waist. That kind of sucked because it shoved me against like the other side too, and I'm like shoveling and all seen the side come in and poof, pushed me over. Didn't, bury me, but up to my waist in dirt that weighed a lot, bruised the side of my leg and everything, and my hand was shoved into the other wall when I was digging. It pushed everything and then it shoved the handle of the shovel right into the side of the other side, and that kind of sucked. An actual body, yes, I have, but I can't probably tell you about that. But it's something I don't want to hopefully ever have to do again. Just because of privacy stuff, I can't really get into too much details. But I can tell you that I was in a hole and I got almost buried once. that did suck. But dig up a body, yes, I have. I've done quite a few cremations too. People wanted to move them somewhere else, or one actually took one to England. So, I mean, yeah, it happens. Not too often, thank goodness, but I have not purposely dug up a body, but one that was not in the right spot. For instance, the persons that were here before, it was easier to dig away from the tree and say, yeah, you put it beneath the tree, and then I dig the one that was supposed to be empty, and then that's where the body was. Stuff like that happens. Lots. Quite a bit, actually. People are not where they're saying that they're on my records, my cards. So, anyways, it happens, but thanks, Rich, for that question, but I can't really get into too much detail on that. But it's something you don't want to see, let me tell you. Next one is from Vince. Hi, Bill. Here's a John Deere tractor you should try out for FS19. He sent me a link. Also, I challenge you to make an awesome pig, cow, and horse area. Please do animals again. We're working on animals. We're getting cows first. Also, tell Dylan I challenge him to mow the lawn or run or walk to Subway and back. Subway is the restaurant over here. I'm sure everybody knows what the Subway is. It's not like an underground train. It's the restaurant. He's done that before. If he has money. If I give him some money, he'll go and get himself something or whatever. But with this COVID stuff, everybody's kind of sticking around home, so they're not really going out. But it is open. You can actually walk in and get food. Also do more videos at the gas station. And do you shop at Costco? We do, but with the COVID, we're kind of trying to stay away from there because we did it once, and it was like 100 people freaking deep in the line outside. So I'm like, just go somewhere else. We're not waiting that. Because they only let so many in, right? Because of the COVID stuff. Bill, in real life, you should plant sugar snap peas and red impatient flower. I have not done impatiens, but I've done petunias. Wave petunias, they're nice. They kind of keep going with big long strands. Also, Padres are the best. Well, they probably are now. I don't know. I haven't really watched any baseball since they kind of traded like everybody off the Blue Jays that one year. I'm like, really? That was a lot of work for me to get to know and get used to everybody that was on the team. Now it's all different again. That's where I kind of lost interest. I still like baseball, but I kind of lost interest in watching them. So, oh, this is a good question. How come you go to the Port Credit Go train station instead of Brampton or Mount Pleasant Go train station? Brampton is closest to your house, just off Highway 10. So, last time we did it, the schedule For the Brampton GO station, they pick up every hour, but they don't do weekends, I think it was, or something like that. Or it's every 2 hours on a weekend at the Brampton station, but at the Port Credit, they pick you up every half an hour. More trains. Get there faster. It's a little bit longer drive down there, but you don't have to, oh crap, I just missed the train, and then you're like another hour waiting. So that's why we go to Port Credit. And that's from Vincent. He says, P.S. plant potatoes. Vincent, we did that last week for you, and I'll tell you what, that's probably the last time I'm ever doing your potatoes again, because that is a lot of work. So thanks, Vince, for sending that in. Heiko's got the next one here from April 20th. Says, hey Bill, my name is Heiko from Florida. I like the stuff with the video with the tanks. Oh, from the base, yeah, and the old military stuff. Are they giving people COVID shots out there yet, or not? Yes, I think they are. I am not sure where they're doing it here yet, but I think we might actually have to go to Brampton, which Vince just said about. Pardon me. I think they're doing it down there, but I don't really want to go down to Brampton because that's probably just asking for trouble. A whole bunch of people lining up to get a shot. How many of them are actually showing up sick? Right? I'm not doing that. Anyways, can't wait until the COVID stuff goes away. Same here. It's getting kind of ridiculous now, I think. And have you ever played Duke Nukem before? I've played a lot of Duke Nukem, like the original Duke Nukem on, like, what computer was that I had? Like my 486 or something, like way back. You young guys wouldn't even know what that is. What's a 486? Back in the days, they kind of used to call computers by what CPU was on it, I think it was, or something like that. 486, yeah, I think that's right. Now the new one, the Duke Nukem Forever, I did try it, and it's, I don't know, there's too many other games that were really much better, way better than that, so I never really did that one too much, but thank you, sir, for sending that in. All right, our next one here is from Corey, and hi, Bill, I hope everything is going well. What was your first car or truck? Is there a car or truck that you wished you kept? Thanks, from Corey. So my first one I ever drove actually was my stepdad's Dodge single regular cab 8-foot box Dodge Ram truck, and it had a 318 with a 2-barrel carb, I think, in it, and that thing would eat fuel like you wouldn't believe. He ended up, he was driving quite a piece back and forth to work. It's costing him like a lot of money, like about $25 back then a day, there and back, you know, a day. So like that times like a 5-day work week, that ended up being quite a bit of money. So he ended up getting himself one of those Volkswagen Jettas, and $25 would go about 2 months for him then, you know. And he gave me use of the truck, and man, it emptied my pocket. Holy cow, it was hard keeping up to the fuel consumption of that thing. But anyways, that was the first one. 4-wheel drive too, so that probably didn't help. And I think it was a let me look up a picture of it here. I think it was a 1986. 1986. I think it was. Yeah, it was one of them. Okay. Let me see. Hang on, I'm looking up a picture here. And then he had bigger tires on it too, so that made it even worse for eating fuel. It was terrible. It was terrible, but let's see. So yeah, it was pretty similar to this truck here, only it was like a reddy-ish brown color, but pretty much like that. Big tires on it too, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Ate fuel though. Wow, it was. Come on, phone. Right up. Hello, phone. What the heck? There we go. Yeah, no, it was really hungry, that thing. It, wow. Like, I wasn't making a pile of money back then working, and it was like all of it went pretty much to fuel because, you know, of course, I'm new driving, and I wanted to drive, right? So it's like, I think that's the one I actually took my driver's test in, too. Was it? I honestly don't remember what I drove now. Isn't that awful? Is there any car or truck that you wish I kept? Definitely not that one. It was a neat truck and everything, but No, I wouldn't. I don't think I want to keep that one. I've never honestly really been attached to vehicles. No, no. Like, it's so weird because I wish I didn't get rid of that, and then you kind of forget about it, and then it doesn't really mean much after that, right? So, no, like I say, I'm not really a vehicle attached kind of person. So, all the vehicles we've had, the Astrovan was kind of cool. It started deteriorating in front of your eyes, though, on the body. Any vehicles I wish I kept? I had a couple of Dakotas too, and they were all right, but no, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say there's no vehicle I really wish I kept. So thanks, Corey. That was a good question. Nobody's ever asked me much about vehicles. That's interesting. So April 21st now, Dylan Collins. Oh, this is the one he was saying about something was sticking, I think, on his tractor. So he said, we hammered it, put the bucket on, and fixed it. Okay. Ooh. And then he's sent a picture of his 110 TLB there. So I think that's got the bucket that splits, and you can like grab stuff with it. I believe so. My memory's terrible, so I can't really remember, but... So, thanks, Dylan, for sending it in. Okay. Austin Zeman. What's your favorite thing to do, and what is your favorite old car in the car show? Oh, what's another one? I don't know. I like cars. I like looking at them. But I look at them, I'm like, I wouldn't want to own that. I don't know. There's always lots of really nice cars at our car shows here. No, we haven't been to one for like almost 2 years now. A good year, anyways. See a lot of really nice cars, and it's like, I guess I'm weird because I like nice things, but if it's a nice thing, it's got to stay like a nice thing, and I don't ever want to use it. So if I had a really nice car with beautiful paint on it, and like immaculate interior, and it was like brand new looking all the time, I wouldn't want to use it, right? So that's why I got a lot of stuff that's, got scratches on it and rust holes in it, and I don't mind using it. Like my old tractors and stuff, they got a lot of rust on them, and and then I just drive them on. If I put a ding on it, oh well, too bad. So yeah, there's a lot of cars at the car show that I really like, but a lot of them I wouldn't want to own, kind of thing, right? So like a Ferrari or something. Well, you just spent like 200 grand on a car. Why? I don't understand that. Like, I could buy a $1,500 Volkswagen Jetta and get there, the same way. Why would you spend 200 grand and get there for 200 grand? Like these people that spend all this money on cars and stuff. You see these really fancy BMWs driving down the road and Mercedes. It's like, that thing's a piece of junk. Really? Like, really? Give that thing 10 years and it'd be as crappy as my Jetta sitting out in my driveway or whatever, and really, like, I don't know, people get wound up in, like, what do you call that, brands and stuff, like branding. Oh, I gotta have, like, specific jeans to wear. It's like, God, dude, they're gonna get dirty just as your $5 jeans are gonna get dirty as your $200 jeans. Like, really? I don't know, people get crazy. That's kind of drives me nuts. So anyways, so yeah, I don't really any favorite ones. I look at them and say, ooh, that's really nice, but I don't ever feel like, ooh, I need to have one of them. So maybe I'm more into like machinery and, engines and stuff. Oh, I need that engine for no reason, but, I just need it. But cars don't really honestly do a whole lot for me. Slingshot's a different story, though. It's not a car, it's an auto cycle. Anyways, thanks for sending that in. Next one is from Jake, April 22nd. Hey Bill, it's Jake again. Do you all get tornadoes in your area? We actually in 1986 had a really, really bad one here. Did a lot of damage. There's a big shopping plaza north of me here. It just demolished all that. And we own property about 5, 8, 10 kilometers away, and there was shrapnel pieces of like the siding of and the roof parts, like the big metal hunks of roof, that were just balled right up into like this, and they were laying in our bush way out there. Couldn't believe it. So we don't get them often, but we've had, since I've been around my life, I guess there's probably been about 3 big ones that's come through. So yeah, that sucks. So, and at that one that tore all the roof off. I was saying there were the big chunks. I lived on the other side of town then, and then my wife and her family were living here in this house. And she's like, oh man, it was like wicked windy out here, and that was just up the road. It wasn't too far away, you know. But it headed from west to east, and then it went kind of, let me think now, that'd be south of our property. It was heading right for our property. It would have demolished all the trees. It went south, took out a whole row of trees, and it went down a bit of a valley and up a hill, and then gone. Just dissipated. I'm like, wow. But you can't see the damage now. It's all been regrown, and that's a long time ago, right? So all the trees are kind of regrown in, but I'm sure there's pictures of it. Well, let's just hang on a sec here. I've got the magic of the internet in my hand here. Let's see. I believe it was 1986. 6. Let's see if I can find pictures. Let's see if I can find a picture of that plaza. Yep, there it is. That's a good picture of it. It's black and white, but that's a good picture of it. So you can see the road down here. So if you went this way, you'd get down 1 or 2, third light down would be my house. So it blew right through that plaza. And that was, well, what's that? Can I zoom in? Well, it was a lumber yard. I know that. I can't see. Oh yeah, there's right in this corner. I don't know if you can see that. Like right there. It's a Becker's they called it, and it was variety store. They didn't really get too hurt, but that would have been pretty wicked in there. Woo! But yeah, it blew right through the middle of that plaza. So if we're looking at this, it was heading, this is the west side, and it was heading that way to east, and our property would have been kind of like way back, way over here kind of thing. So it hurled that stuff, and then the tornado turned and kind of went the other way. So yeah, that's a good question though. That's a really good question. I don't know. I was wanting to see if it's going to show anything in that bush I was saying about, but I doubt it. 2 hours of terror. Yeah, it was wicked. I think it was an F3 too. I think that's all it was. It wasn't a really big one. It might have been a 4, but I can't remember. But anyways, so yeah, we do get them here. And I'll tell you what, I was pretty young and I never seen it get so dark so fast. I can't remember a whole lot about it, but I remember a great big chunks of stuff falling, and it was weird. I remember the day too. It was weird because come home from school, it started at around 4:30ish in the afternoon. It was before dinner, I remember, I believe. And it was a normal day, but it was a weird feeling day. I remember it was feeling weird. I was walking home like, God, it feels weird out here. Like it feels like you're walking in a glove or something. Like it felt weird. I don't know. It's hard to explain. And then it started to rain, I think, and it got, you know, windy, and then I'll just black like this. Boom. I'm like, holy crap. And I was home by then, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then it went like green, like really John Deere green. Like it was like, whoa, what's going on here? And then the wind just took right off, and it was crazy. So so back to his question here. What's the scariest storm you've gone through? It was probably that one. Even I don't really remember a whole lot of it. Seems like they've really changed here now. We don't really get thunderstorms too much anymore here. Or they just seem to miss us. They always seem to go like north of us or south of us. We kind of have like this big snowplow thing somewhere about 30 kilometers away from us that the weather just kind of goes like this around us. It does it with snow now. It does it with rain. It's really weird, but we haven't had a good thunderstorm like for a long time. Probably at least 10 years here, so it's probably building up, maybe, I don't know. He says, me being from Florida, we get some tornadoes, but are mostly just hurricanes. Yeah, that's another thing you guys got to deal with. I never had that. Well, we had Hurricane Hazel come up through here. I wasn't, of course, live then because that was like, what was that, back in the 50s or something like that? So yeah, that's a long time ago. I wasn't alive then. But apparently it was really bad here too for that. So, and he says, have a great day. Well, thanks, Jake, for sending that in. That's a good question too. Very good question. So this one is from TJ, and he sent me some pictures, and I don't mind if you guys send pictures or pictures of projects you're doing, or if you see something when you're out and about, send a picture in. We'll look at it. So he says, on vacation and seeing these. Vacation? How did you get on vacation? You're allowed to have vacation, I guess, but we're not allowed to like breathe here without like someone on top of you, apparently. Anyways, on vacation, see these and thought of you. Was down in Edinburgh, Indiana. I think I said that right. So, what do we got here? We've got, I think that's a John Deere B. If I'm right, I can't quite see the thing though, but I think that's a B. Tire's a little flat in the front there, bud. And wow, this one is really old on steel. But I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is. It might be an old Fordson, maybe. Wow. That steel's hard on trailers. But that's cool. That's cool. How was your vacation? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Vacations, but I haven't had one for quite a while here now because of all this crap going on. But thanks, TJ, for sending that in. That is cool. But yeah, if you guys want to send me pictures of that or whatever stuff you're doing or something you seen out while you're outside or whatever, fire it in. Heiko again. It says, that's a good question too. Hi, Bill. It's Heiko again. Who's taller, your daughter or your son, Dylan? Dylan is like almost 2 inches taller than me now. Like he'll be like up to here if he walked in. It's freaking ridiculous, and he's only 16 and he's still groaning quite a bit. Alora is a little bit shorter than me, but she's pretty tall too. So my poor wife, she's always looking down on her. Poor lady. Or she's always looking up to us. It happens. You can't do anything about it. But anyways, yeah, Dylan is definitely the tallest little turd, and I kind of figured he would anyways because I think I'm shrinking. See him every day. I think I'm getting shorter. It seems like it anyways. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. Every day my pants get longer, and then I can't see. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you. Figured you'd like that. Anyways. Thank you again, Heiko, for sending a question in. And April 24th is actually our last one here. We didn't get a whole pile of questions this time, but we got a few. It says, hey, Bill, Christopher from Traverse City, Michigan. I don't know if I've been through there or not. Traverse City. I don't think so. I've been into Michigan a little bit, but not a whole lot. More Ohio kind of stuff. Christopher from Traverse, Michigan here. My question is, how do you mow between the stones? Do you have to trim between all of them? Absolutely. With a zero turn, it helps a little bit because some of them I can zip through and get drying, but you never get right tight to the stone. Like, say this is, whoa, say that's your monument. I mean, I can get fairly close, but you still have that little bit that will grow up, so you gotta go and trim everything. There's like 2,800 stones back there, something like that. There's a lot of friggin' stones. Let me tell you, it sucks. But about every third mow, I do a trim. Once it's really raining a lot, which I like it when it dries out because I don't have to trim so much. but every third mow, I'll do a trim. It's roughly. Sometimes every 2 mows in the spring. Do you have to trim between all of them? Yes, you do. Or just do each section 2 ways and always keep up the great videos. Thanks, buddy. So yeah, what I do is, okay, so let's use this as a monument again. So this would be the row here, right? So I'd mow down here, then I mow down the other side, which is the other side of the monuments, like these ones over here now, up here, and then depending on the row, I'd mow down the middle again. Well, trimming, I'd start here and I'd mow. Let's turn it this way now for a second. So the row's going this way now. Okay. So I'd be trimming down here and I'd trim between the 2 monuments here, and then I'd trim down this side. And then I go and then do the next one. So I'd go, let's flip it this way now. So I'd be trimming, and I'd trim all here. This is the row here again, going that way. And I'd trim here, and then I'd skip and go to the next one here and do it. And then when I come back the other way, I go down. So this is the last stone now. This is a road, say here, and then the row is here. So road, pavement, and row. So I trim down here and around and around, and then I do kind of the reverse, this, and then, you know, just kind of doing like figure eights basically the whole way down. That's the best way I found that it works. So yeah, trimming gets you lots of exercise. Let's say that. Sometimes it's like, oh god, there's a secret to it though. There's a trick to it, and I'll tell you what it is. Get some good music on your Dewey. Get your ear Deweys in, and you know, you want to still hear your machine in case something's going on. Don't crank the music real loud. You want to hear, you know, it starts like, you want to make sure something, oh crap, you know, you don't keep running the crap out of it until it blows up. Sometimes that happens. Anyways, the trick is, start trimming, and don't look ahead that way. Just look at what you're doing so you don't trip on things or whatever. But don't look and say, oh god, I still got like 15 rows left to do. Holy crap. You know, and it's weird because if you don't look up, by the time you look, by the time you're at the end, you're like, holy cow, I'm done already? Wow, that was quick. It's weird. I don't know. I don't understand it, but that's what I've always found. So anyways, that is it, I guess, today for question and answers. So Christopher, thanks for sending that in. And if you guys want to send me an email for the show here, I'm hoping to get to number 29, and then maybe that'll be it. I don't know. But if you want to send me a question, the email's on the thingy on the bottom there. On the bottom. You can send it there and ask me a question, or if you want to just send some pictures in of something you're working on, or what you guys are up to, or if you see something while you're out traveling or whatever, or anything you think might be cool, and we'll put on the show. So anyways, that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later, and you guys have a good day.